Always the option open and available, and they always like to go for that Gragas. Response for WLG though, they're going to go back to the Jace and the Corki. So maybe they might switch the position this time of the Corki with Jace being picked. Obviously Jace can go in the jungle, but if Jace is in that mid lane, that means Corki will probably have to go down to the dual lane for Mumu. But for all these players on WLG, I mean, they can pretty much play any champion. I think if Andre Zed even played Yuumi in the jungle, he would still be completely fine with it, to be fair. He'll still be able to carry with, you know, Yuumi in the jungle somehow.
Yeah, no, I mean, at this point, they've got some rounds to throw, but yeah, I don't think they'd be that confident to go for the Yuumi in the jungle, even though Andrea said would actually do it pretty well. But I think you may be right with the Corki shifting down to the dual lane, back onto Mumu, and possibly seeing Veos on the Jace here. We see Lucian, KenQ picking up that Lucian. We did see him do quite performance on Lucian yesterday, so hopefully with the Braum again, we saw a massive priority for Braum yesterday in that support lane. So didn't do the greatest, obviously, against WLG, but once again, a different beast. You need a whole different strategy for that. They're taking the Wukong off of Forever Esports this time.
Yeah, Ice was the one that played Wukong last time, but obviously with the Ornn being banned and with Carlos now on the team, they're probably going to look to try and play, I was going to say, that Jax that Carlos was performing so well on yesterday. With that Jax being banned away, unfortunately, Carlos is not going to be able to pick that up. You're expecting probably another Baron lane ban here for the side of WLG, so you can have a pretty nice matchup for that Wukong in the Baron lane. So at the moment, this is looking like Wukong Baron lane potentially, or even the jungle. You know, Corki could be flex pick. There's a lot of flex picks on the side of WLG, which is always a great thing when you're playing on that red side for picks and bans, because you can always wait until that last pick to kind of decide where you want all them champions to be.
Definitely. We see the Fiora come through as a ban as well, so that is another big ban in the Baron lane. It's looking like Rakan or Leona are going to be picked here. Ooh, here we've got the Nabil is coming out on here with Hestes with the Rakan. To be fair, we saw Nabil on the Rakan yesterday. It was really good, especially with his strategy towards the end, managing to get them into the was it them that got, no, it was government, sorry, yeah. So almost got them into the semi-final, but not quite. But Rakan is a great pick in the Baron lane, especially when the Nautilus is down. Gragas has already been taken to go in the possibly the jungle for Forever Esports, and they've already taken the Braum. Are we going to get that Lux selection that we was thinking about yesterday? Yep, Lux comes through as well. Nice.
Yeah, Lux is going to be really strong for the dual lane, paired up with someone like a Braum, even though Brom's probably going to be roaming around. But, you know, we've got great crowd control here on the side of Forever Esports, and Carlos is going to be back on the Aatrox that he performed so well on yesterday, getting whatever we were thinking of, you know, 10 or 11 kills, whatever it was yesterday. You talk about Nabil and Solo Bolo with Rakan, but someone who's better at Rakan is Heste. You know, Heste is by far the best Rakan right now in terms of probably Europe, or even the whole, I would say the whole world right now, because the amount that this man can do with Rakan, we saw it time and time again in a competitive scene. We saw it in icons as well, you know, how much he was able to perform with Rakan. So I'm excited to see him back on that pick.
Yep, definitely. We get the Lee Sin for Andre Zed going against the Gragas. That is, we've seen him quite a few times on the Lee Sin. It is a great pick for the player. Wukong in the Baron lane going against Carlos on the Aatrox. They've just got to make sure that WLG did their homework, and I'm guessing that they did yesterday, or watching Forever Esports and Carlos on the Aatrox. Just don't let him get fed. Vejos on the Jace. Obviously a great pick again. We saw Ryder's Ito once again being great on the Jace. The Jace in the last match didn't quite work out, but it was just an overall domination anyway. I don't think it was a fault to the Jace, but yes, with the Corki and the Rakan in the dual lane going against Lux. So we were hoping for some Lux yesterday. Didn't get it, even in a full 10 matches. But it's second match of the day in the semi-finals, and we do get that Lux come through with the first strike as well.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this we're all ready to go. Hopefully Forever Esports pick up more of a fight this time around, and at least, as you said, at least get one kill, because it was pretty unfortunate the first time around to not get a single kill, even though they were diving underneath the Nexus as well and going even crazier, to be fair. So we'll have to see if Forever Esports can get a kill, but yeah, they've got a mountain to climb. It's very difficult. I don't think Forever Esports going into this we're expecting to do too much in this series, because it's so difficult against such a strong team like WLG.
Definitely. You could also say, you could probably say it was a strategy of Almighty Capybara Elite to be like, yeah, let's not go against WLG in the semi-finals. But yeah, to be fair, Forever Esports, even if they lose this match, they are in the matchup for third place tomorrow as well. So it's not all lost. If they do lose this one, they still manage to duke it out for that third place. But currently, nothing really much going on here. A lot of trades, a lot of gold acquisition going on here for the team, just farming up as much as they can before they even try and go head-to-head. But we do see a little bit of a swap around here. We see that Patterson's gone down into the bot lane, so Baron lane has gone down, and then we're seeing the dual lane actually gravitating towards the Baron lane. We've seen it a few times yesterday, and WLG are fancying it now.
Yeah, so it does look like WLG went for like the full lane swap completely. They were just like, cool, Patterson, you can just go down to the bot lane, you can 1v1 the Lux, and they're actually putting both their dual lane members up into the Baron lane. Maybe they can try and steal away this Scuttle Crab. They're not going to. This time around though, Andres Zed didn't go for the invade, or didn't have a successful invade this time around, so won't have the same lead as what they did before. But now you can see the Lee Sin and the Rakan looking to move in, actually forces a flash away from the Gragas. So even though they didn't steal the blue buff this time around, there's still a summoner gained there for WLG with no flash on the Gragas.
Yep, definitely. We see that Andres is recalling back to base. Quite a bit of damage done onto Carlos there. Nice knock up from Hestes. Nice. A little bit of mental play there. Like, we can still get you. You may be safe in your turret, but Rakan is here, and we can still get you with that mighty knockup from Rakan. We see that Gragas is rotating down to the bot lane, but close by, there is always an Andres. When there's a 2v1 about to proc, we see the jungler always try and come down there to the bot lane to help out. Currently hidden in that bush. They ping, they know he's there. Is he going to get caught out? Oh, bit of stun going on. There's that Gragas ult being procced. A lot of damage. We see the ignite as well. First blood does actually go for Forever Esports this time. So they do finally do it. They get a kill, and they're not having to wait for it. They're not having to have an anxious anticipation whether or not they will get a kill. They do this time. Manage to get a kill.
From getting no kills in the first game to getting first blood this time around. So that is very, very exciting. Really, really nice for Forever Esports to get that little bit of an advantage with Andres going a little bit too aggressive, getting caught out there. So nice kill there for the Gragas.
Yeah, it's definitely a pick-me-up that they needed for Forever Esports, getting that first blood. Still, between the gold difference, though, it's nothing much. There is only a few hundred within it, but it's that time of the match where we don't quite see. We didn't see it in the previous match. It was only towards when we got the Rift Herald on the side of WLG in that bot lane that we saw that massive UK difference.
Let's see what Forever Esports can do with that little bit of gold that they got from that first blood. Oh, bit of engage in mid. There we go. There's the engage from the Rakan, the ultimate into the flash, and it's so difficult to dodge as well. Andres caught on the wrong side of the blue buff there, but being able to jump away to safety, and they might even go a little bit more aggressive here up onto the top side. Here's the engage though from Patterson, the solo kill potentially. There we go, onto the Lux. Solo kill for Patterson, and meanwhile on the other side, another kill for WLG. So they're just taking W's across the map right now. Mid lane kill, jungle kill, and a bot lane kill for Patterson.
Yes, they may have lost the first blood, but they definitely made up for it there just before the jungle objective is up as well. Oh, nice. Okay, up, gets caught out. They take out Patterson down. KenQ was not giving up that kill.
Had no vision as well, so it was just a blind culling. So we'll have to see where both the junglers are going to be going towards. Both Andre Z and the jungler for Forever Esports both looking towards this Rift Herald. So Forever Esports actually want to fight now, knowing that this is a 4 versus 5. They want to try and take this advantage and try and take down the Rift Herald, but Patterson is coming back. You can see him just over the other side now of the Rift Herald pit. So now Forever Esports need to be a little bit more careful. As you can see, they're backing off for now. They're going to probably go over towards the Dragon, give up this Rift Herald. To be honest, I think they're going to be quite slow on this Dragon take. Oh, actually, they're not even going to take the Dragon at all.
Nope. Braum ult onto Patterson there. He does manage to fake out. Oh, okay. Lots going on. Lee Sin kick onto KenQ. They want to take out the Lucian. Lucian goes down. It is a double kill for Veos there as well. So taking out the Lucian, and the Aatrox goes down as well. Shelly dropped in the mid. We're basically seeing a copy pasta of the last round, where that mid lane, and they get a few kills going on as they secure a first tier turret in the mid lane, and Shelly connects with the second tier turret. Not quite getting it though. It is a great outcome for WLG in that last engage.
You see that Forever Esports tried to take a little bit of an advantage that they had with Wukong going down in the bot lane, but with the respawn timers this early on being so low, and also with Patterson being able to quickly get back onto the Rift because of them home guard boots, they weren't able to do anything. They were completely zoned off the Rift Herald. They weren't even able to rotate down to take the Dragon. And now WLG are going to take the first Dragon of the game, the first Rift Herald, and the first tower of the game. So it's so much gold over to WLG for this early game.
Massive. We see that Forever Esports going 2-1 under the turret in the Baron lane. Braum looking pretty
Faille,
low. Carlos getting caught out. Oh, he does. He gets the Braum. Can he get the speed up to catch out Carlos here? He doesn't have the flash, but cannot just gain at that distance. Will he get some poke damage up in there at some point to finish him? But no, he does go into the bush to recall. Whether Veos is up to it to go and try and get that kill. We are seeing Andreza trying to rotate around fast enough to try and get in there, but is he going to make it? Oh, just a little bit off with that invade.
That's fine. They're still going to try and go for the invade anyway. They are going to be a little bit caught out though. Andres down to 1 HP. He actually survives as well. Veos is there. The backup from the Mumu. The directed cam looks at the mid lane tower whilst there's a fight happening. Who cares about a freaking mid lane tower going down when there's a fight happening? Hello? Directed cam?
That's it. But once again, another great engage for WLG there. They almost lost Andres. He was very, very low in the health. And then we saw the minions do an absolute saver. We see Patterson getting a kill on KenQ once again. I think this is another runaway for WLG. I mean, they got a lot of different things there. Plenty of kills. They got the second tier turret thanks to the minions. They got Baron lane turret as well. And then not only that, getting another kill down in the bot lane, 1v1 Patterson against KenQ, which puts them at a healthy 10k gold difference, which is still massive, which pre-10 minutes, massive amount of gold difference.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's just another game that WLG going to run away with. And it seems like at the moment that the big difference is really around their major objectives. When they spawn at that 5-minute mark, you can just tell that WLG know where to be at the right place at the right time. And Forever Esports are just kind of behind the pace of the game, which is very, very difficult right now to be able to get anything coming back. A little bit of poke damage onto Andres, but he's going to dash in and dash it back away. You can see that the Lucian up in the Baron lane going to be able to take a tower, so that's going to be a little bit gold bad. But meanwhile, on the other side of the map, 2 flashes had to be burned there for Forever Esports. So another tower being taken here from WLG. Andres actually misses the Q there onto the Gragas, but still gets the kill anyway. Lucian may be going for 2 towers here in the Baron lane. And with that comeback mechanic gold that they have, this is going to give them a little bit of gold. I don't think it's going to be enough because they're just losing tower after tower, kill after kill right now.
Yeah, KenQ's trying to do bits in the Baron lane. He's trying to do something, because I mean, if he was down in the bot lane, most likely he probably would have fallen just victim to another kill. So for him to take the whole Baron lane other than the inhibitor would probably be a good shout for them in terms of gold to try and catch up. They've kept that 10k gold difference, which you could see as a victory for your team if you wanted to. But yeah, that was a massive engage for WLG. Not quite loads of kills going on though in that bot lane interaction we just saw. but I think there's something definitely brewing on here. That Proto belt in almost just catching out to the Gragas. We see Patterson coming down though as well. There's a lot of presence on that Baron side of the map.
And you can see right
under the turret for the minions.
You can see right now that Forever Esports have no control even over their own jungle now. Their own jungle is completely secured here from WLG, and there is not much more that Forever Esports can do. It's another game that they got the first blood this time around. They did get 2 kills, but still 8,000 gold leads. They lost the first dragon as well. They're potentially going to lose the second dragon as well, because they move outside of this base or even outside of their own jungle. They're just going to be in so much trouble.
Yeah, just Forever Esports getting caught out because they've lost control of their jungle. The only thing they've managed to do is that Baron lane push, but we see the... Oh! Andreza gets caught out there by the Carlos. Nicely done. We see that Faille's coming from around the behind of Forever Esports team. Corky package in as well from Mumu. Down goes the Aatrox from Hestes as well. Trying to get another knockup onto the Lux. Lux falls down. It's a double kill for Rakan there. And then another kill for Patterson as well, straight onto the Lucian. The only one alive is Braum, and he's having to retreat back to the safety of the turret as well. The Mountain Dragon is up. That has kind of just fallen to the waste side there, because they managed to just secure another 4 kills for WLG, and now they're going for the Mountain Dragon. So the priority is there for these dragons, but they definitely were hungry for the kills.
Yeah, desperation play there really for Forever Esports, trying to catch out Andre said. They didn't even catch him out in the end. Or I think he did die in the end, but doesn't really mean anything because the rest of WLG were there. The Rakan was there for the engage. Veos was there, and as you mentioned, the Corky package as well. Really, really well played from WLG. So even though they killed the jungler, they used pretty much everything to kill Andre said. That was pretty much the only little bit of gold that they were able to get in that small exchange. But kind of what Forever Esports has to look for at the moment. They have to look for picks around the map. They have to try and look at plays that they can go for. This could be another pick here, but actually, it's the Braum that's actually picked off.
Yeah, Braum, the lonely survivor of the last interaction, gets taken out first. I don't know if they're going to commit to this Baron Nashor, whether it's just a little bit of a game for WLG here. They decided, no, it's all go ahead. They got Patterson trying to keep off the team with the Wukong there long enough for them to go onto the Baron. Oh, Patterson managing to escape with very little health. We see Hestes going in back onto the engage to get him out of there. They managed to get blue buff on the side of Forever Esports. There's a lot of health been lost though from that Baron Nashor fight, and not secure the Baron Nashor, but still Andres getting the kill onto Gragas.
Another pick off there for Andres Zed, really showing the jungle diff right now, even as a gold 1 player, as it shows on his stats. Performing maybe a little bit better than a gold 1 player right now. But yeah, there's a 10,000 gold lead now. 2 dragons to 0, 6 towers to 3, and there's no way really that Forever Esports going to look to come back. As you said, I think the Baron was a little bit of a bait there in the end. They're just waiting for Forever Esports to just, dash forward. There you go. Waiting for Forever Esports to kind of come to them, and as soon as they walk out of their own base, their own protection, that's really where WLG can pounce, and that's exactly what they've done throughout this whole game.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a strategy you need. That they are 15 kills ahead. They've still got that momentum 10k gold difference as well, so massive gold difference for Forever Esports to even consider going back. Not even a backdoor would save them right now, but we see that Andreza takes down Braum. Lux is down as well, so it's already a 2-0 trade there for WLG, which is just what they're all about. It's pretty much always a net negative trade for Forever Esports every time it comes around. They definitely don't manage to get the kills within these team fights. Like I said previously, they are just trying to pick off little bits of kills amongst the map where they can try. But the Baron Ash has been taken there. KenQ's trying to take another turret. I believe he's probably the only champion that has taken a turret on Forever Esports.
You can see, that's not the kill.
There we go. Yep, KenQ. Yeah.
It's a random Lucian on the other side of the map. No idea what's going on.
hang on, I don't think he's meant to be here. Oh, nice route there, though. Nice route, but is it going to be enough? The Braum kick takes the looks as well. But I think we probably see the mid lane inhibitor and dual lane inhibitor fall here. We've got Vejos pushing the bot lane as well. Mid lane going to go down. Also, there's the 2 inhibitors gone. I think this is basically it for Forever Esports. Once again, it's going to be a solid 2-0 for WLG here. Once again, that Nexus fight goes on, but they do manage to get a kill onto Patterson, though. We see Mumu take the kill onto the Gragas. Lux goes down as well. Braum's already gone. It's just Aatrox and Lucian up as well. We have Lee Sin and the Jace under the turret here. The Hestes is running down, but it is going to be the Nexus takedown for WLG there with the Baron and Nashor buffed minions.
Another dominated performance for WLG. Forever Esports were able to take that first blood, being able to take that down for them. But other than that, wasn't really much else going, unfortunately, for the side of Forever Esports. I think it was quite difficult for them to kind of lift off after that first blood. It was able to take down Andres 2 times, but yeah, only 5 kills for them this time around. Another quick and easy game for WLG, 2-0 for them now for the series, and just overall very dominant. You can just tell that WLG know what to do. They know where to be at the right place at the right time. They know how to play around team fights. They're catching out members of Forever Esports left, right, and center, and with so much mobility that they have on the side of WLG, you know, you got Lee Sin dashing over the wall, Rakan as well, Wukong, Corki, all these champions have some sort of dash to be able to get onto Forever Esports, and it's just catching them off guard time and time again.
Yeah, like you said, it was an improvement from last match. They did manage to get the first blood. They managed to actually get some turrets as well, more turrets than last time. I feel like obviously KenQ deserved the SVP there for taking multiple turrets, if not the only turrets for his team. Only getting 2 kills. But yeah, I mean, it's a gradual improvement, but this is the last round.